Hello student, welcome to my class of computer science for class 11th. In this video student, we are going to understand dictionary part 3rd. In that, we will understand number of the functions regarding to the dictionary of Python. So first of all, we have to just look at the syllabus. We have covered in earlier video dictionary definition, how to create it, and how to access the element of dictionary, add item, modify an item with adding the new key, or we can modify the already existing key in a Python dictionary, and traverser also. So here we are going to understand some function in which we have covered the get function, del function, clear function, and rest of function we will discuss today. So let's begin. So first of all, we are going to understand len function. To do the work student, we have to open our Python ideally. And now after that, we are going to just create our dictionary in new file, which contain some element, I mean to say values. So I'm going to create a particular file, a program for dictionary elements, or we can say that items. So here I'm going to create a dictionary that is D1 equals to, here curly braces open and close. Here are some keys like 1, value are Kamal, comma 2, value we can say that Ramesh, then 3, we can say the value is Vimal, or at last we can say that number 4, that is Rajesh. So here I am going to just print the motive of the program by just copying the comment, and then after that I will paste it inside that, and I'll say to output screen the D1 that is equals to, so I will save, I'm to say print it, so I will just run it and I will say dict of we can say that 4. Now you can see output will come same as a dictionary I declared, that is along with key and value. So here we are talking about first one function, that is len. Len function actually helps you to count the how many elements are there. So we are going to just print, so we will say that length of D1 is, we can say it simply len D1. Now you can see after running that, you can see how many elements are there, 4 elements are there. This rule also comes in this particular D2. If I'll just create a list, here you can see that it contains another list, that we can see that here 1 simply Ram, 2 here Mahesh, that's it, and then comma, so here will be 2. So in this I'll say Google, and then a third we can consider here Yahoo. So if I'm going to just check, simply I will say print that one thing, our D2 equals to, here will be D2, and I'll say print length of D2 is, so this time you know what will the length student. So I will show you what is the output. You can see in this part you will pay the attention. Actually this D2 dictionary contain 3 elements. Why? Because the one key is there, its element, I am to say value, may be another dictionary, but it considered as single element 1 2 3. So this will be 3 length of d2. So now we have covered the len function. So student, we have already covered dictionary function. Now we are talking about these 3 important functions, that is keys, values and items. Okay, so student, to access it, suppose that if I am going to try to access the element, so as you know, accessing the element, so we can access the element in dictionary, you know, by key. So if I'll say print here d1, then after that square bracket open close, if I'll type 1, this will be definitely a key of my d1. Okay, so you can see Kamal has come here. So I will do one thing, student, I will comment other code of the program, because I don't want to access the other code which is not usable for me. So here you can see there is Kamal in d1, because d1 shows me what is my particular one thing element inside that, because I know what is the key in my particular d1. In the place of that, if I'll try to just access this one, print d2 d1 of 0, so this time it will give me definitely error. Why? Because d0 is not the key, that is key error will show. In this such condition, we can do one thing, student, we can traverse all element without having the knowledge about the key. So these are the function, that is keys. So student, I'm going to use how to access the key of the existing dictionary. So what I'm going to do, student, I'll say print, so here my dictionary d1 equals to keys, that is keys. So here it will give me the keys of dictionary. Which dictionary? d1 dictionary. So now you can see, student, I have 1 2 3 4, these are the keys. If I'll check another one key, so I will say d2 dot keys, so this time also it will give me d2 dot function is keys. So now you can see the function of 1 2 3, so there are different keys are there. So key may be integer, number, string also. And now after that we are going to just check values. So here we can see the values also. So we are going to just access d1 dot values. So here d1 dot values. So now you can see the output will show only with the help of values, Kamal, Ramesh, Vimal, Rajesh. Same we can do with the help of another dictionary also, d2 dot values. Here you can see d2 dot values. So this time you can see we can access the value of a particular d2 also. d2 shows whole dictionary, because dictionary is itself a value of key 1, so that's why it has shown me what thing, a dictionary in Google and Yahoo. Now we are talking about traversing it. So student, we can traverse with the help of this particular way. So we can say that for data, okay, in we can say that is key and value, definitely in d1 dot items. Okay, because next function is items. So here items, and now I'm going to just print simply k and comma. Don't say comma, I will say this one and then v. So now we are going to check the output. What will the output? You can see that Kamal, Ramesh, Vimal and Rajesh. So actually what's going on, item function returns two value, key and value. So key will return by stored by k, value is stored by v. So we are going to access it. If you are going to access directly, suppose that data in d1 dot items, In this time, a tuple value unassigned to data variable. So we are going to just see what is the output. So you can see this time, you can see a tuple value has come. So student, we have understand the function of keys, value, items. We have understand what is the meaning of get, because get function helps you whether you can access the element or not. So I will show you. So print get function. So how it is possible? So suppose that if I'm going to say d1 dot get, okay, which index? 1. So let's see what is the output. You can see, I will show you in fresh copy, student. So you can see the get Kamal. Okay, in the place of that, suppose that if I'm going to say if Kamal is not there, so return me no data. Okay, so you can see in this time Kamal has come. Suppose that there is no such index. Suppose that you can say that I am to say key 0. As we know, in our D1 dictionary there is no such key like 0. So if this will be true, so it will print no data. So you can see in the fresh copy, no data has come, the last output. So by this we have understand how to use the get function. Okay, now we are going to understand the del function, del and clear. In last video we have covered what is del and del function and clear also. Now student, we are going to understand the other function of dictionary, that is copy, pop, pop item, maximum and minimum. So to do that, student, we have to open our Python ideally. In shell mode I will create a new dictionary, that is d equals to, within curly braces here is 1, so value like 1, okay, and here is 2, so I will save here same value 2, 3, so here will be 3. So after that, if I will print it, you can see dictionary has printed here. Now we are going to discuss the function that is first of all copy. So actually copy function help us to provide the exact copy of the dictionary to other object. So here suppose that I can say that c equals to d dot copy. So here this function helps you to make the c as same as d variable, that means to say dictionary object d. Okay, now we are going to understand next one thing, that is pop and pop item. Pop actually helps you to delete the elements from the dictionary. So we are talking about in d, so d dot pop, in that I have to just pass the value, that means to say suppose that if I am going to just pop the second element, I am to say second key element. So here you can see this is will be key, enter. Now you can see that popped element is t. If I am going to just print t, so now you can see this will be also affected. Okay, now we are going to understand the next one thing, that is pop item. So what is the pop item? Pop item actually will pop the element of the first element. You can see that first element is my 1, so it is popped. So you can see only 3 has remaining. So if I am going to just clear it, so you can see that there is empty dictionary. So student, pop item actually deletes the first element what is come in the dictionary automatically, and pop function will delete with the help of key value. We have to pass the such key value only deleted from there. Now we are going to understand the maximum and minimum function. So maximum and minimum function, so as you know I have already created copy, so you can see that on copy variable we will do that. So here if I am going to just search the maximum number in C, so you can see the 3 is maximum number in that. If I'll say minimum number, so you can see what is the minimum number. Okay, sorry, here will be min, so within that C, so you can see only 1 is there. I will show you in big fresh copy. So if I just type here minimum C, so 1 will be the particular output. So student, we have covered today lot of function. Rest of function we will do in a next video or the live class. Till then student, thank you and have a nice day students.